Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Brian W. Adams.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today's Inspire podcast. So excited to be with you this morning. We've got so many exciting things happening in Integrity, and I am so excited about letting you know about another incredible partner joining the Integrity family. And I am incredibly honored to welcome SkyPoint Financial and Insurance Services to the Integrity family. As part of this partnership, Stephen Yee, owner of SkyPoint, will become a managing partner here at Integrity. And SkyPoint has been a Hall of Fame team that is known as one of the top groups in the insurance industry. And based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Stephen has built a stellar business that's fueled by hard work and sacrifice. SkyPoint specializes in the final expense market and the life insurance market. And Stephen is a true coach at heart and enjoys watching people progress and achieve their dreams in their careers. And as a team at SkyPoint, they emphasize thinking about others before yourself. Really, I love this concept of always putting others before yourself. And he embraces this service-oriented mentality in a huge way. And so on behalf of all of the partners here at Integrity, it's my honor to welcome Stephen to the Integrity family. Stephen, man, congratulations, buddy. So excited to have you as a partner.
Hey, Brian, thank you so much for having me on the call. I'm very excited for this day as well. All of us at SkyPoint are thrilled about this partnership and what it holds for our future. When I got started in this industry, it wasn't easy. I didn't see immediate results right away, and it was often, discouraging. But what I did have working in my favor was my work ethic and my competitive nature. I wasn't going to give up, and days like this remind me why it was all worth it, right? And so before I had my breakthrough in the insurance industry, I tried a bunch of other independent sales opportunities, but never really had the results or seen the potential of something like this. And I love the insurance industry because it's literally changed my family's life. But more importantly, it changes the lives of the agents and the clients that we work with. So I was so drawn into this industry by the countless success stories of people who have changed their lives and their families' lives in a short time frame in like 2 to 3 years. And now joining Integrity is going to give us an even bigger platform to help more people change their lives. And so what Integrity is doing is truly inspiring. And as Sean and our other colleagues from Family First Life became partners, I couldn't wait to be a part of the team. So it's a great day for us. We're excited to be a part of the family.
Look, man, we are so excited. I remember when we first met and just talking about the opportunity to become partners. And it's been one of those things. I've been following you on social media for quite some time. I'm just inspired by all these incredible leaders that are out there building these great businesses around serving others. And you're one of those guys that I really follow and have for quite some time because of what you do and truly kind of the heart behind it. You mentioned that the industry was kind of difficult at the beginning. It's interesting. My nephew just started in the business with one of our groups. And it's one of those things I told him, I said, look, you got to make it on your own. It's going to be tough, but, get out there and get to work. Well, his first week in the business, he makes a couple of sales. And he's like, dude, I'm about to quit my job. This is the greatest thing in the world. And I was like, man, it's not this easy. Typically, it's one of those things you got to really work at hard and make sure that anything worth having is really, it's hard work, man. And I know you've been part of that. Can you share a little bit about how your journey getting into the insurance business and then how you created SkyPoint, kind of what that has been like and how you become so successful?
Yes, absolutely. I feel like difficult was an understatement. My first 14 appointments that I sat down with, my clients that I sat down with, I didn't protect any of them. I was so bad when I got started. But I knew this was the right industry for me because of the product that we had at hand and the service to our clients. And so I just didn't quit, right? Someone said the other day to me, they said, people don't fail in the insurance industry. They just quit the insurance industry. And there was definitely no quit in me. And so, early on, I was working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. I started waking up earlier. I had to leave some of my former friends behind. And once I surrounded myself with the right people and implemented the right habits, our business began to take off. And I've always had a service-oriented mentality. I attribute that to my mom and the game of basketball. But, when I was playing basketball, I was a point guard, and playing that position, it allowed me to learn how to set everyone else up to score. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching my teammates score more than I scored myself. And that's one of the things that I brought over into the insurance industry. As long as we can put our team in a position to win, I think we've done our job.
Man, there's so much depth in that. And really, I think playing basketball is a great analogy about life in general, but also in business, because especially as point guard, I think you put one of your best players always a point guard. You want to make sure that they're the best ball handler, they're the best ones that are out there, but they don't necessarily have to be the best shooter. They have to be the one who kind of commands the floor and distributes the ball in the right way to make sure that others can score. And in today's age where it's all about me, right? It's all about how many points did I get? It's all about what did I do? Point guards have to be pretty selfless in a lot of ways, because you're the one who's got to get the ball down the court, distribute the ball, and make sure everybody else is successful. And because they're successful means that you'll be more successful. And I just love that kind of analogy. Look, and I think it's important to realize that success is not guaranteed. And I think what you just said, people don't usually leave, they quit for a reason, because it's hard, man. I remember when I first got in the business and I was going through no shows, going through the rejection aspect of selling insurance door to door. Man, it is tough. Like it's super tough. But, one of the things that I think that you'll find with all of our partners is this kind of idea that we can all kind of rise up together and kind of keep fighting through that. I remember one of my favorite podcasts is one of our partners, Clay Leggett from American Senior Benefits. Clay was talking about when he was getting started in the business many years ago. He was talking about how he would door knock, and one time this lady came to the door. One of the funniest stories I've ever heard. This lady came to the door, and she was like so rude to him and told him to get off my porch. So he ran around to the back door, knocked on it, and the lady opens the door and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here," because the lady opened the front door was so mean. And it was like that just takes, you just have to be a different personality, I think, to handle that type of rejection and some of the difficult things that you go through. And if you can do it, this is a huge opportunity. That's what I was telling my nephew is as you kind of deal with some of the rejection, get ready for it, because you're going to hear no a lot more than you'll hear yes. But when you hear the yes, you can help a lot of people. And I just think this industry is so incredible for so many reasons. And just like your story, it's a great example of the power of perseverance, right? I mean, this is one of those things that to push through that and now to have this outcome is truly exciting. Now, I know you were talking about basketball being a big part of your life, playing a real significant role. I got to ask this, like, there's a lot of amazing basketball players out there. Who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite player? And tell us how you think that kind of parallels more with the insurance industry.
My favorite basketball team is the North Carolina Tar Heels, and my favorite basketball player is Michael Jordan. But I knew that growing up, I wasn't going to be the next Michael Jordan, right? I'm 5'10", and I'm Asian, so that didn't work. But I love the game of basketball and what it taught me. And one of the things that I loved about coaching basketball was watching a kid come into the program as a freshman, and they couldn't walk or chew gum, and they didn't really grow into their body yet. But by the time they were a senior, they were the man on the campus, right? Nothing really changed physically. They might have grown a few inches or added some weight, but their mind changed. And that happens in our insurance business. I feel like you have agents who join our team and their back's against the wall, or they're at rock bottom, and within a few short years, their lives can completely change. And that's what I enjoy about being in the insurance business the most. The other thing that I brought into insurance was not taking credit for wins and taking responsibility for losses, right? When we used to win basketball games, parents would come up to me and say, "Hey, great job, coach, good win." And my response was always the same. It's like, no, the kids shot the ball, they played the defense, they grabbed the rebounds, they did the work, they won the game, right? But when we lost, it was, hey, I didn't do a good enough job scouting, I didn't prepare for practice or make enough adjustments during the game, and that's 100% my fault. I feel like the insurance industry is the same. When our agency does very well, the agents were the ones that went out there and sold the insurance and protected the families. When we don't do well, I have to take ownership of that. It's 100% my mistake. And so I learned a lot from my mom as well. She was one of my biggest supporters, even though she couldn't come to a lot of my games when I was playing basketball. But seeing her work as hard as she did as a single mom is how I became so driven and dedicated to the hard work. So unfortunately, I lost my mom earlier in the year. due to cancer. And it's been hard to still think about her every day. But she's the person who, turned me into the man I am today.
First of all, I'm so sorry about your mom. Look, I'm a mama's boy. I'm proud to say that. Your mom plays such a vital role in your life in so many areas, man. I mean, man, I'm sorry, buddy. That is tough. I remember following you on social media and literally, just thinking about you guys as you were going through that, because it's such a difficult thing to do. But I know what you're doing now. Your mom would be so proud, bro. I mean, she would be so proud of what you're doing. And sometimes you got to look back to think about all the things that you've been able to accomplish and all the steps along the way that have kind of taken you along this journey, and the people who helped you get there more than anything. Because I don't think anybody's self-made, to be honest. When somebody tells me they're self-made, I think they're probably pretty arrogant, because none of us could do any of this on our own. And certainly, I think that starts with your parents. And for me, and for a lot of us, it certainly starts with your mom, and in so many ways. So, man, I'm sorry about that. And I know that you should be super proud of you, buddy.
Thank you, Brian. And I truly appreciate that. But, you said something about having a great team and not being self-made. I believe that 100%. You have coaches, right? And I feel like we play for a very good coach and a great coach in Sean Mike. And we have great teammates, kind of like the gentlemen on this call, like Andrew and Trey and all the other FFL integrity partners we work with. So we're very blessed to be here. We're very thankful.
Yeah, well, there's no question. It's also more fun to play on a team, isn't it? I mean, it's like there's individual sports, golf and tennis and some other things that, like, those are great games. But when you're playing as a team, it's just so much more fun when you can win together, you can play together, you can, the highs and lows of sports, just so much more fun. And I think that's part of what we're building here at Integrity, is this team sport that you bring together all the best players and you say, let's go crush it together. And that's one of the reasons I'm so excited about adding you to the family here, because we just got another great teammate with the right heart, right passion, right focus on service. But tell us why you're so excited about joining Integrity today.
I love the fact that Integrity is so focused on family, right? And it's one of the core values, because I didn't grow up with much of a family as an only child. My parents were divorced. I didn't have any siblings. I grew up by myself. So now being a dad and a husband, I love being with my family. But I think the reason why I work as hard as I do is literally to be able to give them a better life than I had. I think that's what most parents try to do, right? Give their kids a better life than they had when they grew up. And as an integrity partner, the goal for me is to be able to do the same and pay it forward. So many other great integrity partners have shown us and given us the blueprint and taught us how to do the same. And now I feel like it's my job to turn around and do the same for others in the company, and specifically in our agency, to be able to provide the agents the example to see what's possible here with Integrity.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, man. There's so much truth about coming together as a broader family and looking for ways to better serve each other. Speaking of some great leaders, and I know you guys have a lot at Family First Live. I mean, you guys are so fortunate with all the great people that you get to partner with and work with on a daily basis. I wanted to bring on a few of those guys just to say congratulations. And first and foremost, I want to welcome Sean Mike. Sean, are you there with us, man?
Yeah, Brian, you hear me, bud?
Man, we hear you great, buddy.
Awesome. Well, first of all, Steve, congratulations, man. I'm ridiculously happy for you and your family, and honored to be in business with you, with Integrity. Been honored to be in business with you since the day I met you. Brian, it's funny because, like, when I met Steve and after I talked to him for, a little bit, watched him work for 2, 3, 4 weeks, if you had asked me what position he played in basketball, I'd have been able to tell you, right? Like, he is that's who he is. I mean, he's a guy that does thoroughly enjoy watching other people win. You talk about Michael Jordan. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, who would win, your 90s Bulls or the current day LeBron Lakers? And he said, the Bulls would win. And they said, by how much? He said, 2 or 3 points. And they said, why would it be so close? He said, because we're almost 60 years old. And like, that's how I think Steven thinks. He's just, and LeBron, and Jordan ain't kidding. And I actually would take Jordan. I'd like to gamble. I would take Jordan, and I would give 3 points today with him and Harper and Kerr and Rodman and Pippen. I'm good. But, Steven's like that, man. He just is like, I see it. Whether he was struggling, yeah, he was. But you know what? He was doing his deal. I've watched him since this Integrity opportunity was presented to us, and I've watched him attack it. He just wanted to know, what do I do? What's the game plan? How do we run it? Have there been bumps in the road? Absolutely. But he's steadfast. And he's one of those people where he doesn't ask for a lot. You got to kind of get to Steven, because he's not going to go, hey, I need this or I need that. He's a warrior. He's been through a lot personally since I've known him, and I've watched him deal with that. Man, it's all one big team. And, and again, this is only the beginning, which is amazing, Steven, where we'd take this opportunity. But Brian, I promise you, for all the folks at Integrity that get to meet him and be around him, we're better off for being in business with him. And Steven, I'm excited to be on this journey with you, buddy. I love you. Love your family. Brian, we couldn't do anything without you. And, I'm not saying I'm not glad y'all can't see me, but I got allergies every damn time we do these calls now, Brian, because you get up in my head and I get emotional about people doing what they're doing. It really hits home, man. So I love y'all and I appreciate you, and it's going to be one heck of a relationship.
First of all,
thank you so much, Sean.
Yeah, please go ahead. There's nobody better than Sean. Just the passion. I love you, Sean, man.
Love you, bud.
Well, you also mentioned Andrew Taylor. Andrew's one of the smoothest dudes in the world, I think. And just one of the nicest, smoothest, best guys in the world. Andrew, you there with us, man?
Yeah, I am. Thanks for having me on. And Steven, congratulations, man. We had dinner the other night and our kids were playing, and we were talking about how crazy it is at his age and what Integrity offers. And we were talking about being a part of something that is going to be around for a long time, that our kids would be proud of. And I think that it's an amazing opportunity. And Steven's always been the biggest team player ever. So basketball's a good example. So Steven, I'm happy for you. I know your mom's smiling down on you and proud of you, helping other people and doing what you're doing. So I'm excited. Congratulations. Brian, thanks for everything.
Love you, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
Too, man.
We also got Trey Honeycutt. Speaking of a basketball player, I watched one of the best videos on YouTube with Trey one time. Trey, you wanna jump in, bro?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us on. Congratulations, Steven. I've known Steven since he was 18, and the thing I could tell you is he's always been enthusiastic. He's always been a team player. He's always had a positive attitude. He's never been one to complain about any situation or circumstances. And Integrity really won on this one, because this is somebody that can make the whole team a lot stronger. And I couldn't be prouder. And now to see, when you met Janelle and now you're married, you got 2 kids, and just what the future holds, it's pretty emotional. And I'm just really proud. And I'm honored to work with you, and I love you, and it's just really great.
Love you too, Trey, and thank you, Trey and Andrew.
Yeah, hey, thanks, Trey, man. I'm so excited about all of you guys and what we can all do together, and just the energy and the excitement you guys bring. In fact, we recently had a big group of FFL team members in the office talking about their opportunity to become partners one day, and just the excitement and the passion that you guys have. And Sean cracks, he tries to crack jokes to deflect his emotions. But, man, I love the fact that even in the meeting we were in the other day, I teared up. And Sean's tearing up. We were talking, to Brent Abernathy. We were all crying, and it was awesome. I mean, it was absolutely incredible that we all get this opportunity to come together. And that emotion, I think, is that passion and what drives us to serve even more people. And so, Steven, you're in great company. And I remember when I was a little kid, my mom would say, you're going to be judged by the company you keep. And there's so much truth to that, man. And we at Integrity, I think, more than we recognize, we have such great people, great partners that we get to be partners with, and great people to be around. And so thank you all. And Steven, congratulations, man. We're so honored to welcome you as a partner, buddy.
Thank you once again, Brian, for the opportunity. And, we wouldn't be here without you as well. And we're excited to be a part of a championship team. So thank you for having us.
All right, buddy. Hey, man, we are super excited. We're going to be announcing this tomorrow. It's going to be a great announcement for all of us. And just another incredible partner. And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see why it's so humbling to have this opportunity to bring in great humans like Steven and others to the Integrity family. And so make sure you like and share and get this message out there. Well, Stephen, again, congratulations, man. It's an exciting day for all of us to be your partner. Really appreciate all of the team members with Sean and Trey and Andrew and everybody else who I know are so excited to have Stephen now as a partner here at Integrity. So together we're going to do some incredible things and serve a lot of people. So hope everybody has an incredible day and an incredible week. God bless you all. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.